impressive tonight in facing them here. I thought their defense in particular really caused us a lot of problems. They forced 9 turnovers in the first half, although 2 or 3 of those were ones where, we kind of shot our own self in the foot. But I thought they got us playing fast, and they got us playing to where we were in a hurry rather than being under control offensively in the first half. And we were probably fortunate to only be down 8. And then I thought we did a great job battling back to have it 41-39. And they called a timeout where we had some momentum at that point, and then right away they came out and really executed well at both ends of the floor. We had about 4. We went about, I think, 6 or 7 minutes when we scored 4 points. Really struggled tonight offensively, and give them credit with their defense.
Ben, along those lines, you guys are 3 of 20 on threes. What did you see there?
Yeah, I mean, we actually struggled the last 2 games. We were 5 for 19 on Saturday as well. So I thought, a few of them late were just rushed when we were down big. But in general, we were rushed offensively tonight. I thought they did a good job speeding us up and getting us hurried. And we were playing a little faster and not really controlled enough offensively, and credit their defense. And I thought they did a good job attacking us in the post. Obviously P.J. Washington had a great game. Really hurt us. He shot great from 3 tonight. Really played out there. Looked like an all-SEC player to me. I think he's a heck of a player. And then Hero played really well, as did their point guard. 9 assists, 4 turnovers. Again, he did a great job running their club, and they run their stuff very well, and they have 2 very more than 2. They've got actually 4 guys that can score in the post on them.
The decision to bring Lamar off the bench to start.
That was a total mistake. There was no decision there. I had no idea. According to what the official said, my assistant marked the wrong person. I couldn't believe it. I mean, we had never. So that was a total mishap on our part. So now we got to double check that every game to make sure that we have the right people in the starting lineup. Unbelievable.
And only 2 shots by your starting 4 and 5. 2 shots by Holman, and that was it.
Yeah, and that was a problem. I mean, Eric Holman's one of our best offensive players. We've got to get him more touches and do more. And he was in foul trouble, so that hurt us. He dived on the floor for the ball there early in the second half and picked up his second, and then all of a sudden his third came quickly. And he really never got on track tonight offensively. And he'll bounce back though.
Was PJ different than what you were expecting anyways tonight for them?
No, I thought that he, we had great respect for him. We were doubling him in the post. Where I thought he was really effective was driving us, and then also the three-pointer. He's taken 29 threes on the year going into tonight. He took 5 of them tonight. So, that's a big number relative to, what he's been doing. And he's shooting the ball with a lot of confidence. He's a really good player. I thought he made a great decision to come back last year, because he was probably a second-round pick, I remember reading. But, he's an outstanding player.
I wonder if you could elaborate on how exactly they sped you up on offense. And
I thought with pressure. I thought they really pressured us, and we didn't handle that pressure well.
I wanted to just get you to amplify on how well you should be able to handle that.
Yeah, we should be able to handle that better than we did. And I thought, like, for example, in the first half, we were penetrating, which what we needed to do. They were so pressed out, you have to attack the basket. And then we were getting in there and not stopping, not jump stopping. We're playing, where we're getting sped up. And you have to stop, slow down as they're now collapsing to spray it back out. We missed a number of opportunities to kick back out to open shots where we got sped up, and we took some bad shots early in this game tonight. Bad shots overall, and that is reflective in our shooting percentage, the lack of assists. So we've got to do a better job executing and learn from this experience.
Oh, and Ben, one other thing about PJ, How difficult is it to contain or defend a guy that's doing stuff around the basket plus hitting threes?
Yeah, I mean, that's what makes him so special, is he's versatile. He can face up, he can bounce it, and create off the dribble. He's a good passer, and he can score with his back to the basket. So, he hurts you, and he gets to the line. He hurts you in every way possible.
Ben, you start the game 4 straight points, and then Kentucky goes on an 18-2 run. What happened over that stretch that things got away from you?
That's a great question. I thought that we got rushed, and so we hurried into some shots. We had a number of turnovers. I mean, turnovers really plagued us during that run right there. I bet there were 4 or 5 during that period of time. And when you look at the first half, we're down 8. They had 12 points off our turnovers and 10 on the fast break. So 22 of their 34 points were generated either in transition or off our turnovers, and that was a huge part of their offensive output.
Ben, are you surprised at how efficient John has his team playing? I mean, it's only January, and we're used to hearing him talk about the process of his traditional young teams. How would you assess their progress?
You know what? I mean, it really helps to have a fifth-year, in Reed, a fifth-year player. So, for one of the first time, there was a lot of experience between him and P.J. Washington, be a sophomore and be as good as he is. It gives you 2 really experienced guys up there. Nick Richards is back for his sophomore year, which is something that's not always happened, because these guys are leaving so early typically to go pro. I think those 3 guys really anchor that front line, and I think that their perimeter players, those 3 freshmen, Higgins is a freshman, but he's 19 years old. I mean, he's not your normal come out of your early freshman. I think he's 19 years old anyway. And you can see he's very mature and very strong. And I love Hero. I think Hero is fantastic. And he really hurt us early tonight. You're talking about that run. I mean, they ran something they hadn't run before, got him a double screen. He jumped out of bounds, came back in bounds, and got it back for a 3 on one play in front of our bench in the quarter, in the first half, excuse me. So, those guys, did a really good job, and I think they quickly give some good depth coming in as a really high level guard. They don't drop off at all when he comes in the game. So they've got good depth, and they're playing with a lot of poise. And, part of it's their schedule. I mean, they played a tough schedule early. Think about where they are from, the first game of the year against Duke to where they are now. I mean, it's, and that's a credit to John and his staff. He's a Hall of Fame coach.
And do you think Eric was a little, thrown off by coming back to Kentucky?
Yeah, he hasn't been in the past, but they had an article on today here locally. It's a senior year, a lot of family here. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's something you have to ask him, but that wouldn't, necessarily, be a big surprise if that happened.
Anyone else? All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.